2.
Hey guys, welcome back to No Good Sports Show. It's me, Nasser. I'm here with
Abdullah.
Saad and Saad. Good to have, good to have you guys back here watching us. What's up, boys? What's up with the sports in the world?
Yeah, guys. Apparently, my return. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of soccer here and there in Germany.
Yeah, the Bundesliga. Arjen Robben. No, sorry, not Robben. Robert Lewandowski. Robin retired. My bad. He was playing till last year. Lewandowski, Sancho, Haaland, all coming back.
I mean, everyone's gonna be accepted. I think we would watch anyone at this current time. So the fact that we got superstars like Haaland and Lewandowski playing, would take that with both arms, without a doubt.
Yeah,
it's gonna be really exciting to see how the game's gonna look like with no crowd. It happened a couple of games with before the quarantine, but it's always
it's better than no game at all.
Better than no game, that's for sure.
Yeah,
much better than no game at all.
Remember in March, LeBron James was like, "I'm not gonna play if no fans are gonna be there."
I think LeBron took that back real quick.
Yeah, he did take that back.
The next day he was like, "No, it's fine. It's for the fan safety, But Premier League might be going to Australia.
Yeah, that's quite random. But if they need Dele Alli's return to be in Australia,
yes. As long as Abdullah gets to watch Dele Alli play anywhere in the world, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, no, because apparently in UK it's not as great the situation, and
unfortunately,
Australia is pretty good. Obviously, it still be played behind doors, but teams I think they have a meeting next week on Monday, maybe to see if they'll continue the season or not. We already saw the France League One finished. PSG the champions. The unfortunate thing is teams got relegated.
Yeah, which is unlucky on them, because even if you consider that the fact that they had less points than other teams, their schedule could have been different. So they could have been playing some of the easier teams coming up, and some of the teams ahead of them could have been playing some of the tougher teams coming up. So that's where it's kind of unfair. And I don't think teams should be getting relegated, but it is what it is.
Yeah, even teams missing out on Champions League spots, Europa League spots. Monaco missed out this year.
Yeah.
And they were I think in the thick of it, a few points behind or something. And they just missed out. And then, apparently, but if you look at the league in Netherlands, the Eredivisie, they decided to finish the season and no trophies, nothing was given out. No one was relegated, nothing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think Ajax was top of the league, if I'm not mistaken, but they weren't given the title. But they were above because of goal differential. Both teams had the same amount of points. So that would have been very harsh if Ajax was given the title.
But you also got to put it that way. Then who's making the Champions League next season?
Well,
who are you going to put in the Champions League?
Yeah,
you're going to have a playoff at the end of the year, or what? Or whenever
your Champions League cancelled.
I mean, it's on stop right now.
So it's on pause to next year. If they can't figure out who's going to be there next year.
No, but that depends. If they can play football and soccer in September, then why just finish off the end? Why not start at the beginning of the Champions League?
Yeah, why not start all over again?
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, but
because you're taking away 2 years away from someone who's not playing Champions League rather than just one.
Yeah, someone who's old like Buffon, who has a chance to win it, maybe for the first time. He's into his 40s. Yeah. He's about to become a grandpa or something. He's still playing football though.
He's playing really well though, isn't
he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing really well.
Juventus?
No, he's on the bench.
He's on the bench. Szczesny's
playing really well off the bench.
Yeah. Well, since we're talking about soccer, some news has been coming that Newcastle United could be taken over by the Saudi. I think it's the PIF. They're looking to take over the Newcastle United for over 380 million, and they're looking. Yeah,
that's nothing.
300 million pounds
for a football team in the Premier League.
Yeah,
that's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is.
I guess
we didn't.
It is.
Brought out.
No, we've been trying to get bought out for many years. We've had the same. Newcastle's had the same owner for about, I think, 11 or 12 years now.
13 years.
13 years, and Mike Ashley is ready to sell the club. What are your thoughts?
Aren't they on like the up?
I mean,
No.
they're stuck in the thick of it. To be honest, they just let go of Rafa Benitez. I would say the best manager they ever got. I don't know how they let him walk, but now with the new ownership coming in, they're linked with massive coaches. Like Pochettino is one of the coaches they're looking into. They're also linked with massive players. Coutinho, Koulibaly. Yeah, got that term. Yeah, so they're linked.
Butchering names.
Yeah, names is not really my thing. I think you guys know that, so don't. I'm sorry about that. But I think Newcastle, with the new ownership coming in, they're looking to inject a lot of cash and take Newcastle to a top 6 team. What are your thoughts on that?
The fact is, if you put it into perspective, the richest football owner in the world, PSG are right now by the Qatari being, I think, I'm not exactly sure the company's name, and they have about 220 or 240 billion in their account. And then second was Sheikh Mansour, who owns Manchester City, who has a 23 million net worth.
Billion.
This blows them out. Newcastle's owners would be about 360 billion pounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they could outbuy anyone, Apparently, there's a lot of memes nowadays that Ronaldo, Messi, and Mbappe, they're all going to Newcastle. Maybe one day, we don't know though. Saad can keep wishing for sure.
I mean, yeah, hopefully Newcastle rises.
Like the cheapest NBA team is like of 1.5 billion, and to see like a club like Newcastle only be 300 is quite the eye opener for me. I always thought they were like in the billions.
No, I think it's the NBA. It's the rarity of teams. You only have 30 teams to buy from, like basketball. And other than that, NBA is the most streamed basketball.
So
if you want to support
teams in the Premier League, 18.
There's 20 teams, but there's so many teams like around Europe. So there's 20 teams in the Premier League, then there's 22 teams in the Championship, and then there's 20 more teams in Spain, 20 more teams in just the top division. There's 20 teams for every top division, bar 1 or 2. They have 18, I believe. Germany has, I think, 18.
Yeah,
so
but
there's so many options.
The top 20 in the best league in the world would be worth more than 300 mil.
No, I think it's also the fact that keeping a football team is, in a way, can be expensive.
Yeah.
But the owners not had a great time. The teams got relegated twice under his ownership. Fans have been demanding for him to sell the team for the last, I think, 5 years or something. And he's just been reluctant. And I think now, when the deal's almost done, it's done by both the ownerships. They can't back out now. Now, just the Premier League has to go through. They have to accept. The Premier League board of directors just have to accept that the deal's going through, the paperwork, just the legalities and stuff.
Yeah. So you were being very generous saying he's had a bad time. He's had an absolutely terrible time. He does not deserve to stay in the club for one more minute. I cannot wait till he leaves Newcastle United, and then finally Newcastle would rise again. Hopefully. He's an absolute rubbish owner, and he does not belong in the club. Just have to get that out there.
Abdullah, your thoughts on Saad's rampant rage here at the moment?
I agree. I think Newcastle has definitely been a disgrace. They have a really fast guy. I really like him.
Alan Saint-Maximin.
Yeah, Saint-Maximin.
Yeah.
FIFA.
Other than that, I think, other than that, my opinions, I agree with Saad.
So, Abdullah, is it safe to say that Newcastle's first buy should be Dele Alli for about £1 billion?
No. I think they should be humble. I think they can develop their current squad and work their way up, same way the way Leicester City did, Leicester.
I think there's still a lot of difference between that Leicester squad and this Newcastle squad, if we're being very honest.
Wasn't that Leicester squad like before the season started, like the bottom of the league? And what place is Newcastle?
I think 13th. Right? Yeah, mid-table.
Yeah, so they're looking better than that Leicester team did. And he knows
fair enough.
And that Leicester team was worth 21 million. Newcastle have one player who they bought from kind of.
Really? Leicester is only 21 million.
No, not worth 20.
Their starting 11 was.
Oh wow.
Yeah, their starting 11, all the
At
players
the
they had
beginning of the
bought,
season. Yeah.
was 21 million, which was, and they went
Insane.
against Man City and they beat them. And Man City squad, I think, was like the players how much they're bought for was I think worth like 300 or 400
Yeah.
million. And they absolutely ran him shambolic at the Etihad. There was
Riyad
no
Mahrez.
crowd. It seemed like as a Leicester home game. But yeah,
Wow.
Did any of the players leave Man City, considering they won't have 2 years? They won't be in their prime. Like they won't be in the Champions League for 2 more years.
I think a few of the players are now saying that they will leave.
Yeah.
Aguero the other day,
Aguero said he's leaving.
because
He said he's
Aguero's
gonna think about it.
because his ambition
Yeah.
is to win the Champions League.
Champions
You know?
League.
He should join
And-
Real Madrid.
I
Any
don't
team
think
would love
that's-
to have Aguero.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't Aguero better than Benzema?
Some would say, I don't know if Real Madrid fans would want to replace Aguero for Benzema. I mean, Benzema has done well this season for Real Madrid.
Isn't he like
And-
35? I swear Benzema's been here for like 30 years.
He's been here a
Yeah,
long time.
Since I was like 10, Benzema's been playing for Real Madrid, and this guy's just like, oh, now he's like 30 or 31. Oh, man,
Yeah,
this
but
guy.
he does the job, you know. Like, obviously, he's not the star player in Real Madrid. The best in the world, Sergio Ramos, is their star player. He's the leader. He's the captain, best player on the pitch. But Benzema does his job, and that's what all they require from him. And this year, they played Barcelona twice, won once and drew once. I mean, they're better than Barcelona. So why would they want to change their team when they're better than their competition?
Detroit Pistons beat Raptors 3 times last year. Are they the better team?
Yeah, but the difference is Real Madrid is competing for the title. I think there's a different class we're talking about. And also, since we're talking about throwbacks, a year ago today, corner taken quickly, Origi!
I remember that. I
Barcelona
saw the thing.
bottled a 3-0 lead against Liverpool.
I saw that. I think the crazier thing is 3 months ago today, Mohamed Salah and another player had their kid. So if you
Jordan Henderson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan Henderson.
It's something crazy.
Yeah.
3 months ago today, I was at your house for a sleepover. That means
Yeah, crazy.
crazy. Wow, time flies.
Time is.
No way. Wow,
Yeah.
time flies. Time flies.
Yeah.
Especially
So
when
what
you're
do
at
you-
home doing nothing.
Yeah. Going back to that Liverpool game, do you guys remember watching that at all? What were your thoughts when
I
you
was
saw that?
ecstatic.
You're ecstatic, definitely. I think everyone was.
I didn't watch it, but it was the NBA playoffs. It was just fun, and I think this was about the time we were coming back from the two. No, we were down 2-1 against Philly, so we
Yeah.
made that comeback. That was a fun comeback, and then this was another great comeback. And both
No.
teams, both Raptors and Liverpool, ended up winning their respective leagues.
Yeah.
You know, Messi just bottled it. Barca, I mean, have bottled it for the last 2 years straight.
Yeah, I
They
think
bottled it.
they should be known as
Have
the
you
team that
watched
follows.
a Barcelona documentary on Netflix?
No, I've seen it recommended, but I haven't actually
It
clicked
looks
on
really nice, but like, it ends with them losing.
it.
Makes sense because they haven't won in a while.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't won the Champions League in many years now. But I think it's 4 years now they haven't won it. 4 years they haven't won it. Since then, Real Madrid has won it 3 times in a row, and then Liverpool's also won it. So I think Messi isn't really the GOAT as people say he is. And
Because
we'll
he's
see.
unable
We'll see
to perform. So who's the GOAT in your opinion?
Sergio Ramos, hands down. Hands down.
What has he done to be the GOAT?
What?
The
How
fact that
is
he's-
Sergio Ramos?
For me, first of all, I think defenders are more important than strikers and forwards. Because in a game, a defender can do 10 things right, and you can get a 0-0 draw. All right, your defenders are solid. If you play with all defenders, you can get a 0-0 draw. But if you just play with attack and your defense is weak, more often than not, you're going to concede more than you score. We've seen before that. For example, I'm going to give you the example of Liverpool in 2013-14. That season, they were known for their attack. Suarez, Sterling, Sturridge, and Steven Gerrard in the midfield. That was a deadly attack. They were scoring goals left, right, and center. But if you look at the games, they were winning games 4-2, 4-3, 5-3, 5-4. And then the perfect game against Crystal Palace when they were up 3-0. 10 minutes, the defense couldn't handle a counterattack, an attack led by Dwight Gale. That defense was shambolic.
I don't think
Now, if
we
you have
disrespect Dwight Gale like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he is
Yeah.
a Newcastle. He is a Newcastle player, so obviously I respect him. He's a fantastic striker, one of the best that Newcastle, one of the best the league's ever seen. But going back to my point, that defenders are more important. You can see with Real Madrid and Barcelona, clear example. Real Madrid won 4 Champions League in 5 years, and Sergio Ramos was the commander in defense, a leader in that defense. You see now, let's go to Barcelona, 3-0 lead against Liverpool, where they didn't have Salah and Firmino, and where was their defense? In the bin. PK, nowhere to be seen. We've seen players like Umtiti crack under pressure. Let's go back 2 years. 4-0 defeat against PSG. That's 3 years. 4-0 defeat against PSG. Luckily, the attackers get them out of it. But next round against Juventus, 3-0 again defeat against Juventus. And then second leg, they drew 0-0 because Juventus' defense is so strong. Defense wins you championships. Next year again, 4-1 lead against Roma, against AS Roma. 4-1. They go to Roma and they lose 3-0. Why? Because they don't have a defense. And the defense cracks under pressure and they are shambolic. As you can see for Real Madrid, fantastic over those 5 years when they won the Champions League. Fantastic in the back. Sergio Ramos, a leader amongst the men. He does not concede as many goals as Barcelona did. And if you want to say, give an example, oh, they lost 4-1 against Ajax. Well, let me give you an example. Yes, they lost 4-1. Where was Ramos? He was not playing. That's why they lost 4-1. If Ramos was in defense, they would have never conceded 4 goals, and I can guarantee you that. And that's why Sergio Ramos is not only the best player in the world right now, he's the best player of all time.
I hope Sergio Ramos DMs
I
you.
rest my case. Am I not spitting facts?
Sorry, I think you love Sergio Ramos more than his wife loves him even.
I'm just spitting facts. I'm saying I told you a fact about Barcelona cracking under pressure, Liverpool cracking under pressure, and then Real Madrid, well, without Ramos cracking under pressure.
Maybe you can
with Ramos
on Ramos not being there. I'm just saying Real Madrid has not found major success since the homeboy Cristiano Ronaldo left. What do you have to say?
Let me give you an example. This year against Barcelona at the Santiago Bernabeu. Let me take back to the Camp Nou. 0-0 draw. The so-called GOAT, Messi, was against Sergio Ramos. And who won that battle? In a 0-0 draw, Sergio Ramos won that battle because he did not let Messi do his job, which is to score. But Ramos did his, which is to prevent someone from scoring. Then take it fast forward a few months later, Real Madrid versus Barcelona in the Santiago Bernabeu. Real Madrid win 2-0. Barcelona scored 0. Messi scored 0. Messi couldn't assist. He couldn't do nothing because he was in Ramos's pocket. Did Messi do his job of scoring or creating goals? No. Did Ramos do his job in preventing the other team from scoring goals? Yes. And that is why you're saying Ramos is not making influence. He has not had much success lately. I disagree with you, brother. He has a lot of success. He goes in the big games and he comes out on top.
So how's it not going to
Sadly, do you have anything else left? Do you want to keep going, or
I'm spitting facts. I'm spitting facts. There has never been a player on this planet like Sergio Ramos. Never been a player. The world favors Virgil. Brilliant example. 1 year of good football. 2 years. I'm gonna say this year he played well as well. Then he goes into the Champions League. In the league, he played very well. He goes into the Champions League against Atletico Madrid. They have a 2-0 lead at home, mind you, and they lose 4-2.
At least he was able to get his club to that position as
Real Madrid's in that position as well.
Okay, fine. They in the first round, you're right.
Unfortunately, quarantine and lockdown has prevented them from going forward. And Virgil van Dijk is a fantastic player, and that's why I think he deserved the Ballon d'Or last year over Lionel Messi. Because when it mattered under pressure, Messi cracked under pressure.
How come your GOAT was not in that conversation?
Well, he was actually in 2013-14 when he scored the big goals.
2014. What about
last year? Last year, as I mentioned, he was not playing in the game where Real Madrid got knocked out and conceded 4 goals. obviously unlucky on him. Also, of course, he takes responsibility that he should have not been suspended for that second leg, but it is what it is. But when he plays, Real Madrid do fantastically well, and it's been proven in the past, and it's going to continue to happen in the future.
Okay.
You guys agree? I think I've schooled you. Ramos is the GOAT. End of discussion.
If I knew more about soccer, you'd be destroyed. That's all I know.
No, actually, Abdullah, like you think this is it? No. You think this is an easy topic to win, but the man you're up against, he will not take no for an answer. We were at a dinner once in a restaurant, like a nice hotel restaurant, you know, and him and another person, they just got into it, and he's like, Ramos doesn't cheat. Salah was a fair tackle.
It was a fair tackle. All right, I stand by that.
And literally over dinner for half an hour, 45 minutes, they're just going at it. Everyone else is enjoying it. We're having the time of our lives, you know. And Saad does not back down. The other person's like, okay, Saad, Ramos is the GOAT. That's how the conversation ended.
He is the GOAT. And if I have to do that to every single person on the planet, that will happen because
what happened in 2019 when they lost against Ajax? Was Ramos not playing there?
Yeah, that was the game he was not playing.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. If he was playing, different outcome.
Who won? Didn't Man City win against Real Madrid in the first leg?
Yeah, because Ramos got sent off for a non-existent foul.
Yes,
but it is what it is.
It's not Ramos' fault. It's the referee that he gave him a foul.
But it's fine. 2-1 loss is easier to come back from than a 4-0 defeat. You know, Real Madrid is still in the game, and they can go to the Etihad, win 2-0, and move on. But who knows? Right now we're in lockdown, quarantine. I don't know when that's going to happen. So we're just sitting on our backsides waiting for sports to happen. And it is what it is at the moment. I believe now you both agree that Ramos is the GOAT.
No, we do not, but we can just move past it.
All right.
Yeah, everyone has their own perspective in life, their own opinion. Saadi, if that's what pleases you and helps you sleep at night, then we wish you all the best. I think a lot of people would differ from you. A lot of people, I think.
Don't worry about it. It's all right. They can have their opinions.
Hasn't Marcelo technically accomplished everything that Ramos has?
No. He's not won a World Cup. He's not won back-to-back Euros.
Oh, fine. You go back to those World
Cups. He can't win a Euro.
Okay, but has he won a World Cup?
He won the Copa del Rey. He won the Copa del Rey, which is the Euro equivalent for South America. Did he not?
Did he? I think Chile is the holders right now.
Holders right now, but Ramos
Copa America.
Oh, it's in 2012.
But Marcelo's not won a World Cup. Ramos has. And in that World Cup.
But in that World Cup, if you replace Ramos with Marcelo in that Spain team, I still feel like Spain would still win. But if you put Ramos on that Brazil team, they aren't doing jack.
I'll tell you, if you put Ramos in that Brazil team, they are definitely not conceding 7 goals against Germany. I can guarantee you that.
Now, 2014, Spain didn't even make it to the round of 16.
Yeah.
So don't even.
They had a bad year.
Brazil finished 4th place that year. Good for them.
Yeah.
They could have won if Neymar did not get injured.
But I mean, they conceded 7 goals. Like Neymar was not going to change the fact that he conceded 7 goals.
By 50 in the semifinals than not make the playoffs at all. That's just me though. That's just,
all right, cool.
That's just me.
You're cool. Definitely.
So Abdullah, about NBA, I heard they're going to start playing in Disneyland. Is there going to be a team of like?
I think it's all speculation. The practice.
Will there be a team of the 7 dwarfs?
Pardon?
Will there be a team of the 7 dwarfs?
I don't know. It's all just speculation right now, and the practice facilities are supposed to open the next week or week and a half, 2 weeks. So players should be becoming more fit, and I'm hoping by June we'll have an answer as to whether they'll return or not. But
so what would you say? What would you say about who's gonna go on? Like, when do you think the season's gonna end? What do you think is gonna be the plan for them?
I think they'll go straight into the playoffs. The playoffs will be, or maybe a bit of the regular season left. the season's going to end in August, and they're going to start the next season in December, and they're just going to go start then from. So the way that'll work is if they start the season in December, they won't have to interfere with the NFL or NCAA, because NCAA the March Madness happens around the time the NBA playoffs start, and that takes a lot of views from the NBA. The football playoffs happen in the middle of the NBA season. That's terrible for NBA ratings. So this way, the only thing basketball will have to compete against is baseball, which I think is which basketball will dominate. So they'll get greater ratings and more money.
Yeah, but also got to put into the fact that people will be taking vacations and stuff, So maybe they might not be what
in June. I think, and with all due respect, me personally, I'd be much more available to watch games in summer than I would be in February.
No, I get that, but then also you got to think about you, yeah. But like if someone else decides, we might travel, and maybe they just be like NBA is not their priority, then like other than obviously if your team is in like
for
other than
for an NBA player, you're getting paid millions of dollars. You're going to play whenever the league tells you to play.
Yeah,
but as a fan, would it be beneficial? Because if you go on vacation in summer, you also have to take account people's time zones, and if they're in a different part of the world, do they really think it's worth it to stay up till 3 a.m. to watch a team that maybe they're just watching and their team's not playing? Do they think it's worth ruining their night, their sleep schedule, and then their vacation just to watch the playoffs?
I think the market you're talking about people going on vacations in different times, I don't think that market is that big enough to make an impact on the thing. I just feel like if the NBA finals were to happen in August, the ratings for that would be much greater than anything they've ever seen before, and that's at the end of the day, that's what matters. Maybe a couple of people will not, but the market is just not big enough.
Yes, we have a question. Are you guys doing Q&As? Yeah, we are. Just if you have any questions or anything, just let them through. We'll be answering them as we go if we can. Calcio Europa e Champion League Timo. Please, Akon, please translate that and let us know. No one here is fluent. I know Calcio means soccer, European Champions League soccer. Timo, I have no idea. But yeah, other than that, I'm not. Maybe, yeah. Also, the NHL might happen in Toronto here, due to the fact that. But the question.
We should have a separate episode on basketball.
Well, yeah, we could. We can discuss about
I'm really
Michael Jordan's documentary.
The GOAT debate. I'm really excited for that. I'll do my research. Who's your guys' GOAT, by the way?
I really don't know. I'm really stuck right now.
I'm a LeBron fan. I think my brother is a Jordan fanboy. I will destroy him. Or I'm fine. Who's your GOAT?
For football?
Soccer. I'm basketball.
Michael Jordan.
Oh my god. Whatever.
I think
LeBron. I just think it's just the fact that LeBron can get to the finals. It's just that I don't think he has the final depth to He's been in 9 finals.
Jordan has not faced half the competition LeBron has.
No, I disagree with that. Come on, John Stockton and Malone.
Okay, Kyle Lowry averages more points, more assists than. I don't want to take away anything from Kyle Lowry. He's a great point guard, but is he known for his passing? He's not known for he can pass, but he's not he's averaging more assists than than John Stockton. In the 90s, zone defense was not allowed. But whatever, this will be a debate for it.
Zone defense was not allowed. Zone defense
is illegal. Only became legal in 2001.
Yeah.
So only guard Michael Jordan at a time. You look at any game LeBron James in, at least the second he drives, there's 2-3 people on him.
That's what I think.
I think it's.
But put it this way, okay. Jordan faced Barkley in his prime. Stockton, Malone. Okay, he had to overcome
from the team Barkley. Name one other person other than Barkley on that team.
Okay, he had to overcome the Pistons.
Pistons.
If the Pistons came against LeBron now, LeBron would start flopping as usual.
Okay, no. Hold. The heaviest guy on the Pistons, Bill Laimbeer, was like 7 foot. He weighs less than LeBron James does.
Yeah,
LeBron did no skill.
But the thing was, it wasn't about who is more. They just didn't let you go up.
LeBron. Have you guys seen LeBron toe?
Yeah, no, that was different.
That's LeBron toe.
LeBron toe.
But Detroit's plan against Michael Jordan was don't let him get up. They just fouled him on the ground, and for that, the NBA had to change their rules. But I don't think LeBron, he's gone against good teams. I just don't think that he could have really. He couldn't.
LeBron has performed at every level of his career, except for the 2011 finals. Every time even when he's lost, he still performs, and I can't say the same.
Here's the only thing: in the finals that he's won, he was going to lose the one against San Antonio.
But you can't blame. He scored 17 points in that fourth quarter. If he didn't, they were never going to be in that position for Ray Allen to that.
Okay, it's about getting there, and then it's getting over that step. Jordan was able to get over that step.
Well, Jordan, in that game, so did LeBron.
John Hackton had to save Michael Jordan. John Hackton hit game winner. Did you watch the documentary?
Yeah, Steve Kerr hit the game winner one season because Michael Jordan told him. Michael Jordan was like, "I'm going to get doubled. I'm going to give you the ball. Shoot it." It wasn't a plan like, "Oh, I can't find a shot. I'll just pass it off." No, he knew that was the plan against when John Stockton came to double him. The plan was he'll give it to Kerr and Kerr would win it. It wasn't a thing. Oh, I'm gonna force the shot. It doesn't go in. Then It wasn't like, oh, I'll pass it off. Jordan never went to 7 as well. He always finished it in 6. Okay, as good as LeBron is, I just think Jordan just had that little thing extra. It was just
you know what that little thing extra was? A gambling addiction. Good night for you, buddy.
Yeah, okay. And he okay. There's a gambling addiction, and then there's
I love how
competitive. He's competitive. He's competitive.
He's competitive. Come on, guys. He's a gambler. If you could gamble on a golf game, but come on, it's terrible.
Yeah, but then if he
is
retiring 2 years in the middle of your prime after winning 3 championships, don't you think it's a little bit fishy? I don't know. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but I personally, maybe it's just me, but I would not retire in the middle of my prime. I don't think any other player in NBA history would retire after winning 3 championships.
But that's the thing. He retired. He came back, and he still won. So he took 2 years off the game.
So that tells
he took 2 years off the game. You're gonna tell me he took 2 years off the game. Mm-hmm. He's like, you know what? I don't feel like playing. Or whatever is usual.
That's not what happened though.
He took 2 years off the game. Any player right now, you tell them 2 years, you're not gonna play basketball. Do you think they come back and they'll do another 3-peat? I can guarantee you right now, no player can do that. Because first of all, no team can win a 3-peat right now.
Well,
other than the Golden State Warriors, what they're gonna do, but no team other than Jordan and his Bulls were able to do a 3-peat back. Jordan pretty much did a 3-peat, took off, came back.
Jordan against the 2017 Warriors, he's not winning, with all due respect.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Him, Scottie Pippen,
Kevin Durant, no one.
I don't know. That's
unguardable. Come on.
No, come on. That's not unguardable.
It's not unguardable. I mean, Raptors guarded Steph Curry.
If Van Vliet can guard Curry, do you think someone else cannot guard Curry?
Curry has no if he's on fire, no one can guard him.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. If Michael Jordan is on fire, no one's gonna stop him.
Van Vliet guarded Curry.
Yeah, but
and he guarded
Curry
him
still
pretty
went
well.
up for 50-40 every other night.
Okay, but when he didn't, he was kept to an average, 20, and that's what you expect. Because the thing is, for Golden State, you're gonna get 20 from Curry, 30, 40 from Durant, 20 from Clay, and then everyone else is gonna chip in with
any other night.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They have defenders for that. You're telling me Kevin Durant against Scottie Pippen would not be fun to watch?
Okay, Kevin Durant I think Kevin Durant would.
No.
Okay, I'm not saying Kevin Durant's better than Michael Jordan. I think Kevin Durant is better than Scottie Pippen. No debate. And
People say Rodman is
Michael
maybe
Jordan
the
would
best
guard Klay
defender of all
Thompson,
time.
which is cool, but Klay Thompson doesn't dribble at all. It's all gonna be screens and whatnot, and the Bulls are just not athletic enough to keep up with the fast-paced Warriors.
Well, that's if you're playing in today's day. If you play back in their day, in the day that the Bulls used to play, the Warriors can't keep up with the strength and the power that they play with.
But the thing is,
So-
Warriors are not a physical team. They are a shooting team. They don't need physicality.
But if the other team's playing with physicality, it's hard not to just not play without physicality. You have to use your body then. They're gonna be aggressive at you. Yeah, and
For every 2 points you score, they're gonna score 3 more. And plus, the Warriors did have great defense. Steph Curry was a leader in his 2 MVP seasons. He also
Dude.
led the league in steals.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson, he can score 0 points. He is still an amazing defender. Like I don't have the stats on me right now, but his
Isn't that what Rodman was doing though? Technically, Rodman was defending and rebounding.
was a great
Yeah.
rebounder, but
Yeah, as Faz
He's also
said,
small.
said, Scottie Pippen and Rodman are arguably the greatest perimeter defenders of all time. So they're gonna cause trouble to the Warriors
But-
shooting.
that's
Even
not.
Ali Siddiqui saying Warriors won't be able to get a
I
shot.
don't know
over
how
the
much
court.
I think this is part of Michael Jordan's gambling debt, where he's paying you guys to say he's better, but he just would not be able to
No.
beat the Warriors.
Here's the thing: Michael Jordan was able to just go. He has that edge over other things. He had something about him that we've seen also in the Last Dance that
Competitiveness.
just allowed him. Like he was just better than them. He was better than. He was playing in an area where he beat everyone. Took a break, came back, beat them again, and then that was it.
Well, you guys have made good points, but I think we should save that for another day. Have a whole show about Michael Jordan versus LeBron James versus Pat McCall. Who is the GOAT?
Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
I think today's been a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun going over LeBron and Michael Jordan, but I think it'll be down for another day where we'll actually have an episode for the NBA GOAT, who Abdullah, too, according to him, is not Michael Jordan because he had a gambling debt. But we can look over that, and you can all bring our stats, tell whoever they're playing against what their stats were, what the game was like, and we can have that conversation another time. Any final thing to say, Abdullah or Saudi? Any final comments?
You gonna go on, Abdullah?
I believe I've said everything I've needed to say.
Yeah, same for me. I think I've solidified that Sergio Ramos is the GOAT, and there's nothing else that needs to be said about that as well. So I just want you guys to stay safe. Hope you guys are all doing well in quarantine and lockdown, and hopefully we see you again in the coming weeks for another episode.
I think we just had one last comment come in. A Khan says it's all because there's nobody like Ramos in basketball to defend.
There we go. If we had a defender like Ramos in basketball, it's over for everyone. It's over. I mean, wow, Ramos, what a
We
player.
We just want everyone to make sure you guys stay safe, social distance, and make sure just to please like, subscribe on Instagram and Facebook on the Sports Trends Canada, along with also on our own Instagram page, the No Good Sports Show. Thank you all and have a good day.
Look at Ramos, man. So inspirational.